Welcome back, growers. It is Tuesday, July 1st, and we're here to learn as you grow. Today, we're diving into a topic that's all about turning your garden into a peaceful retreat without the mosquito. Tired of swatting mosquitoes every time you try to relax outside? What if your garden could do the work for you? Today, I'm showing you how to turn your outdoor space into a relaxing mosquito repelling oasis using plants, design tips, and a few surprising tricks you probably haven't tried. Replay watchers, what is your favorite way to keep mosquitoes away in your garden? Or is there a trick you've heard of that I should try? I'm sure there's lots of little ideas that you could suggest in the comments below. And at the end, I'm going to reveal don't grow this plant that mosquitoes love and a little bit of our secrets. Let's be honest, mosquitoes can ruin even the most beautiful garden space. You step outside to relax, and 5 minutes later, you're swatting, itching, and running back indoors. But it's more than just annoying. Mosquitoes can carry harmful diseases, irritate the skin, make it hard to truly enjoy the garden you've worked so hard to create. Some people swell up really bad. I know I have that in my family. Creating a mosquito repelling garden isn't just about pest control. It's about reclaiming your space. It's about being able to sip tea on your porch, read a book under the trees, or have a friend over without bug spray and citronella panic. This is your peaceful outdoor sanctuary. You deserve it to enjoy it in comfort. So I'm not talking about our entire vegetable garden being mosquito free per se. I'm talking about some kind of space that you can incorporate the things we're going to talk about here and build this little place for you to still enjoy outdoors, right? Containers near seating areas like patios, decks, and porches work great for high scent plants. This is just going to be a quick, here's some plants, and then we're going to go deep into here's some plants, right? So the basil, the lavender, the citronella, and the rosemary, you've probably heard of all of these being very useful, either physically as the plant or maybe in a product that you use. And I want to repeat this multiple times this show that you have to usually brush against the plant to trigger it to release its oils, or like crush the leaves, or sometimes perhaps rub it on you in places. Layered garden beds with taller lemongrass or rosemary in the back and mounding lavender and marigolds up front create an inviting look. We talk about layering and growing in all the different layers a lot on this channel. Adding a water feature with mosquito dunks, safe for the birds and pets, the mosquito bits, the little things. There's like pucks and stuff you can use to prevent breeding if you want to have a water feature. We talked about that on a previous show and in a short. Avoid standing water in decor like unused pots or trays. We all have that section in our gardens, don't we? Some plants repel mosquitoes because of the components that make up the plant, while others are aromatic enough to cover up your scent. Now, again, like I said before, in our family, we have people who react to bites and swell up. I feel like no matter what I do, they find me, and I feel like it has to do with my blood type, but I don't know what the science is on it. The best mosquito repelling plants, this is the short, quick list. We're going to get deeper into plants as we go. The basil, the catnip, the chrysanthemum, citronella, garlic, lantana, lavender, lemon balm, lemon thyme, marigolds, peppermint, rosemary, rue. Have you heard of rue? And sage. Plant these throughout your garden to reduce the number of mosquitoes around and crush the leaves when you need extra potency. So, we are going to talk plants, perennial mosquito repelling plants, as well as annuals, what zones they're perennials in, how much sun do they need, is it a container friendly one or not, and then little notes about the plant. Before I do that, we're going to say hi to Bowtie Life in the Garden for sure, because if you are in the chat right now, you can scroll to the top and read a wonderful story that he has wrote about mosquitoes. If you're in the replay, I did select the box that says live chat replay. It might not be loaded till 24 hours after this is posted, so just come back if you want to read it. This is what I really enjoyed out of the story, is putting up a sign, no mosquitoes allowed. Violators will be composted. I told him in the chat that I would like that sign very much. And I know I saw Jay is here. I'm scrolling to get to a Jay Dixon testimony. I was mosquito chewed on my way here, watering the gardens, which I hope to do tomorrow morning. I have to get there. I have to get up and out there early enough because it's away from home. Miss Sharon is here. Good to see you. Driven Fortitude, welcome to the show. All about mosquitoes tonight. Grant, good to see you as always. What is happening, Bowtie? By next year, I'm giving scads of citronella to all my neighbors in a 1 block radius. It'll benefit all of us. Lantana. So when we get to that page, if I don't bring it up again, Bowtie, remind me towards the end of Lantana. I can read it. And Bowtie's plan is fig Saturday morning. Miss Sharon says, I keep hoping all this rain will drown the mosquitoes. Miss Sharon, so far, nah. It's a breeding ground invitation for them, right? Okay, plant time here. Oh, did these get out of order? Or was this the main one? Okay. Sometimes you set things up and it doesn't continue to stay set up. So this is an example of layering and putting plants together. While I was reading about mosquitoes, this could have been up, but here we are now. See if you recognize any of those plants. I thought I had another one, but oh, here it is. Again, order of things. So this is them in containers. This is what we're going to talk about now. Lemongrass. This is a perennial in zones 9 through 11. Treat as an annual or overwinter indoors in cooler zones. It does like full sun. It is container friendly. And high citronella content, bold grass texture is our notes for lemongrass. Catnip. So I have catmint. And I don't know if it's the same thing. I don't think it is. Zones 3 to 9, it likes the full sun to part shade. Yes, it is okay to have in a container. Proven 10 times more effective than DEET in studies. Now, I don't have any of the studies here pulled up, per se, but you're going to have to just take an article in the description and read it for yourself. Lavender. Perennial in zones 5 to 9, full sun. Yes, it's okay to have in a container. It repels mosquitoes and adds calming aroma. Well, not for the people that don't like it. So if you don't like the lavender, don't put it there. Rosemary is something that we have to bring inside in the winter because it's only a perennial in zones 8 through 10, and I am in zone 5A. Yes, it likes full sun. Yes, it can go in a container. It has a strong scent and doubles as a culinary herb. It's a little something that you should really be smelling every day. You know, just take a little sprig and give it a whiff because I hear it's good for our brain. So I had, is this it? Yep, this picture. Bee balm, zones 3 to 9, which I did plant some this year. Full sun to part shade. Ground preferred, attracts pollinators and deters pests. Driven Fortitude, you're welcome. We were just talking about insects in our basket community. I hope it works for spiders too. Oh, we could have a whole conversation about spiders, I'm sure. J. Dixon, catmint species refers to a wider range of Nepeta species like Nepeta musini, Nepeta exfaceni. Catnip and catmint, not the same, but closely related in the genus. Again, if you've been here in our shows before, the chat tells me how to pronounce things because we just struggle over here. Thank you for sharing, Driven Fortitude. That is always good to hear. Okay, continuing on down the plant list, here's the mint part of the conversation, and we're going to show peppermint this time. Zones 3 to 11 for the perennial list. It likes part sun to part shade. Yes, most people say put it in a container, please. It can repel bugs and grows very rapidly. Mint warning. We all know the warning with mint. Sage is another one. Zones 4 to 8 for perennials. Full sun. Yes, it can go in a container and it can be burned like incense to repel mosquitoes. Thyme. This is a lemon thyme in the picture. Zones 5 to 9 is a perennial, full sun. Yes, it can go in a container. Creeping types work as fragrant ground covers. I have never grown a creeping kind before. So, have you ever grown any of these plants? And did you notice fewer mosquitoes? Now, I think the key factor is we're not going to eliminate all of them for our space. We can definitely remember that we need to brush against them to release the oils or crush the leaves often to release the scent to either deter the mosquitoes from coming in or to just cover up our aromatics, our blood type smells, whatever brings them in, right? Heading into the chat. Chocolate mint. It said it was peppermint. Janet, welcome. Grant has a very good point. Spiders can be beneficial. I think that is accurate because we did a whole show about beneficial insects and pollinators and companion plants, which should be linked in the description below because that I think is the video we're going to direct everyone to after this in the replay. So thank you for pointing that out. Bowtie is throwing out their spiders, ? Grow eucalyptus. Thank you, chat, for helping out each other. Oh, Grant's like, yeah, my yard is full of these plants and mosquitoes. It's one of those things, right? Does this all really work? Are we here? Are we just talking because this is an excuse to grow more plants? Or are we talking because this actually works? Miss Sharon says, just thinking if I grow catnip and cat mint in the front yard, will it keep the cats out of the backyard? Has anyone tried this? I know when we were talking about, oh, what was the live stream called? It was like critters themed, keeping things out of your garden that you don't want, like furry pests. And luring the cat elsewhere was on that suggested list. So I feel like it's worth trying, right? So we also have a list of annual or tender mosquito repelling plants, and you all recognize that one. The citronella. So if you've never seen it, this is the leaf structure on it, and it gets huge and thick. It needs a much bigger container than what's shown. You definitely have to brush against it and crush it. Just having it sitting in your space is not going to do it. It's not going to emit the oils and the scent that you need. It does like full sun. It's often advertised in the gardening centers as a mosquito plant. Now, this one I hear about often is our marigold. It is an annual that produces really nice seed heads, so it's really easy to seed save from. It does like full sun. Yeah, you can put it in a container. There are different kinds of marigolds that get different heights, so just read about them. It's a great border plant, which is what we did in our warm crop garden space. I have 11 gardens total. If you haven't seen them, check out our video, June garden tour. And it also repels aphids if you're looking for that. But I mean, if we just have the right balance of beneficial predators, aphids are no big deal, right? Basils, there's different kinds. Apparently they're beneficial to have to keep mosquitoes away. Annual, and it likes full sun. Yes, you can go in a container. It is aromatic and has lots of culinary uses and also repels flies. Like I said, there's different types of basil. You could get basil crazy and have a whole collection if desired. Now this one I wish I had a whole patch of, and I didn't get it established this year, but I shall next year. Lemon balm, it is a perennial in zones 4 to 9, so I'm included in that. Full sun to part shade. Yes, it can go in a container. It is a calming herb and a mosquito deterrent. I just want a whole patch of it. So I don't have a picture of wormwood. It was on the list as a plant for this conversation for mosquitoes in zones 4 to 9. It's perennial, full sun. Yes, bitter scent for containers. Use with care in edible gardens. But what I have shown on the screen is the chrysanthemums too. Don't forget, because I didn't have a picture of wormwood. And these, I think, are easy to have in a container on the table in between you and your friend when you're out on the deck, right? Now, garlic chives is what we're going to talk about, but I'm putting a picture of garlic in general here, so bear with me. Zones 4 to 9 it's saying for the chives is a perennial. The chives like full sun. The chives can go in a container and they are edible, if you didn't know. They have a strong scent that repels pests. I feel like you can just chop and drop chives, right? It's just one of those things. So do you prefer growing in containers for the plants that we're talking about as far as repelling mosquitoes, raised beds in ground, or why? I think it depends on the space you're trying to lure them out of, right? Oh, they're not pretty. J. Dixon, Shiny Girls. I had various wormwoods. They're not pretty plants. Interesting. Grant says Sweet Annie is wormwood. I have that too. You have everything, Grant. Big Will Dog 82, nice to see you. My marigolds have started to take over. I had to cut some branches off so my cantaloupe and watermelon could start trellising. There's a lot going on in that sentence. First of all, he's trellising his cantaloupe and watermelon, which is neat. I possibly spaced my marigolds way too close together, but I'm just going with it, right? Driven Fortitude says the spiders are huge overseas too. Bowtie says I have a dozen neighbors' cats that live in your yard. I would grow catnip, but I have rats and coons. They work so much better to attract cats. Jay says when I was in Australia, the spider, uh, they were out to murder you. Huh? Okay. Okay. We have more to say, so we're going to keep going. Let's talk about out of the box mosquito control tips. There's things that we can preventively do, preventative maintenance, shall we? So eliminating that standing water, even the sneaky kind. Don't just check bird baths, plant saucers, watering cans, outdoor toys. Maybe you left a 10, 20 tray outside and it's upside down, but the lip still caught some water in it, right? Anything. Toys can collect water and become breeding grounds for the mosquitoes. So tip, add a thin layer of sand to the bottom of pots or saucers to absorb and dry moisture faster. Use mosquito dunks or bits in fountains or rain barrels. For rain barrels, either keep it capped after it's filled or have a screen that we know mosquitoes can't get through. I have a screen on mine. Normally, I also have barrels with a big open top, so then you can just stick a bucket in to get the water out, but they never got put out this summer. Okay, just leave it at that. Use do-it-yourself mosquito-repelling candles, something along the beeswax line, right? Or torches. Use citronella, lavender, eucalyptus, or rosemary essential oils in outdoor safe candles or lanterns. You would only have them on when you need them, and you can supervise them, and they're in the place that you're trying to be when the mosquitoes are awake, right? I have this incense that I think you could just make. Let me show it. Bam. So you light this end just in case you don't know incense. And then you blow it out so it just has like the red ember. And what is in it? Rosemary oil, peppermint oil, citronella oil, lemongrass, cedar wood. That is 10%. 90% of what this is made out of is sawdust. So doesn't that just sound like you could make it, right? But did I? No, I bought it. And it needs to be right next to me. Because they love me. Setting up strategic wind with fans. I love nature's fan, right? Mosquitoes are weak flyers. A small outdoor fan on low speed can make a patio mosquito free instantly. Bonus, it keeps you cool during warm evenings too. Invite natural predators. There might be predators you know about that aren't listed here. You could put it in the chat or in the comments below. Installing a bat house or bird feeders to encourage mosquito eating allies like swallows, wrens, and bats. Also, choose the furniture wisely that you're having in your space. Opt for slatted or mesh furniture that dries quickly and doesn't trap moisture underneath cushions. Store cushions in a weatherproof container when not in use to avoid wetness. Here's my thing about the mesh slatted furniture, though. They just attack you through it. You ever sat in like a mesh camping chair, maybe? Those ones that have that weird mesh center on the back, and they just eat you from the back? Don't take that out of context. Use mosquito repellent fabrics or sprays on textiles. Spritz homemade or natural repellent sprays like lemon eucalyptus diluted with witch hazel on hammocks, pillows, curtains. I feel like making a salve and then like putting it here and on your wrists and stuff would be beneficial. Edge your garden with scented pathways. Add crushed gravel paths with creeping thyme or pennyroyal around seating areas. Every step releases scent that mosquitoes dislike. Hang light mosquito netting for a whimsical, protected feel around pergolas or patio structures. I feel like this is the best answer. Like, just not letting them into the space in general. Having a netted place for you to go hide and still enjoy outdoors. Are you in a cage? That's debatable, right? So, what's a unique or unexpected way that you've kept mosquitoes away? If you don't mind sharing. If you like what you're learning, tap the like button. Don't miss a grow, subscribe. And if you know a gardener who would love this, please share this stream. We are growing the channel. We have a goal to get our 3,000 watch hours first is the first goal, because then we can start offering cool things on the channel. We are almost there, so keep watching and sharing. I am going to talk about the plant that mosquitoes love next and some more secret tips. And we're going to go back to the chat before we do that. Okay. Big Will Dog says, oh yeah, Shawnee grows. Your boy, grows in a wicking tote tub, so trellising is a must for space sake. We love our vertical gardening, growing techniques. We did a live stream about that just a little bit ago. Growing up and out, Marketplace Boutique. Hi, welcome to the conversation. Good to see you. Oh, Grant just remembered the thumbs up. I'm so glad you could make it. Bochai says, eat a lot of garlic in your diet. That acts like a personal force field. Well, I just want to say, when I go out to battle outdoors when mosquito time is happening, I have to have socks and boots, pretty much, jeans, a hoodie, the sprays, and just hope for the best, because if I don't have something covering my hands or my face, then they're just there. I never did buy that net. Like, if you live out in the bush and you still need to do things during bug season, everyone has the hat with the net on it, or even the shirt, the net shirt. Have you seen that? I have not bought one of those, but there's days where I wish I would have, right? Bochai says our cushions go inside. That is a good strategy. I definitely never remember to do that. I'm just going to say that. Jay Dixon, fan, enjoy having a wind-swept look for your selfies. Big Will Dog says, oh yeah, incense came in real handy in my greenery. Burning days, not so much anymore. Chewable are my go-to when I partake. Man, I thought you were saying chewable incense for a second, but no, I'm following you. We're good. Don't have to explain it. I'm okay. Jay says, netting, how to trap yourself in with the stinging bugs. Yeah, don't let any in, right? Oh, Miss Sharon, beautyberry leaves in witch hazel. I love witch hazel in general. I use it a lot, actually, in my home. I don't have a beautyberry, though. Do you rub it on? You take the beautyberry leaf in the witch hazel and then you rub it on your body, is what we're saying? Okay, Grant says Thermacell is the only thing I've used besides spray. Thank you for sharing your things. Is that the secret blood type that they love? Because if so... Jay says to Grant, how does Thermacell work? Like, scented chemicals, what is it? Jay says, I have several net hat, shirt, pants. Do not go cheap. They're scratchy when you go cheap. Bowtie has, in yelling fashion here, I have beauty berry! Grant says it burns a scent wafer. Is that the coil thing? Is that what that is? Miss Sharon says I let it sit for a few days. Ah, infuse it. And then add it to a spray bottle. You can also just rub the leaves on yourself. Cool. Love the tips and tricks. I really just try to not go outside when they're awake, to be honest with you. But for example, Friday, I will have to be outside in the dark. Um, and if it's not windy, which usually when the sun goes down, the wind kind of goes down with it, I have to have my protection. Now, smoke keeps them away for the most part. Now, I don't know if that's why the incense type things work, burning candles works, if it's just because of the smoke. We what did we put? Something in tinfoil and you put it in the fire. I think it's herbs like sage and stuff. Does that work? Yeah. I have to do everything. Like, I can't just do one thing to keep them off of me, right? Okay, so here's the secret plant. Does anyone know what this is? I have a picture. Don't keep this plant near your hangout space. Is it impatience? Impatience? Impatiens? Sorry, someone's gonna have to spell it out for me here. Are a favorite plant of mosquitoes. Mosquitoes feed on their silky, brightly colored blooms. I do not have one of these, and now I definitely don't want one. Okay, so secret tips. Dryer sheets in your pockets or planters. Dryer sheets, especially those with linalool, Linalool, and then it says like Bounce, the brand, can confuse mosquito scent receptors. Tucking a sheet into your pocket. Oh, that's a spider on the wall. I just can't let you live there, sorry. Tucking a sheet into your pocket during garden time or hide one in decorative containers near seating areas. There's secret tip number 1. Number 2, garlic spray for plants and patios. A do-it-yourself garlic spray acts as a natural repellent that doesn't harm plants or pets. Blending garlic with water, steeping it overnight, strain it, and spray around doorways, planters, and patio edges. Number 3, vanilla extract on skin. A few dabs of the real vanilla extract, raise your hand if you make your own, on pulse points can repel mosquitoes. Works for short periods and smells a lot better than citronella. This is where I had the idea of just creating a salve with all this stuff and putting it on pulse points. Number 4, hanging bundles of dried herbs like you would decor. Tie bundles of lavender, rosemary, or wormwood and hang them like a rustic wall feature or under the pergola. As the breeze hits, it releases natural oils into the air. Avoid scents that attract mosquitoes. Perfumes, scented lotions, or even floral fabric softeners can attract bugs. I thought it was going to say pictures of flowers, like floral fabric. And I was going to be like, well, I have flower tattoos, so that might be a problem. Um, and that is my bonus secret tips. So, for the coming soon, we are going to have a gardening book library tour. I have started to organize them to break them down into categories on how I want to present the books to everyone. It's something that was suggested by a few of you, so we're going to talk about it. Look at the cover, flip through the insides, just so you can see, is there a lot of pictures? How big is the text? How thick is it? What do I use the book for is kind of the main purpose of why I want to talk about it. And we are going to discuss garden decor ideas. How do you go about garden decor in your space? Is there a science to it? Is it just personal preference? We're going to go through all of those different things in a future show. Grant says, I said earlier today that I need a beautyberry plant or 10. Usually if it's or 10, it's 10. Just get 10. Jay says, I have severe chemical sensitivity, so most manufactured items are a no-go for me. Jay, I hear ya. There's a product that I thought was good And then I read it the other day, and it's kind of not, I guess, because of the reason that the number one ingredient is soybean oil. Soybean oil. And then castor oil, citronella oil, cedarwood oil, lemongrass oil, rosemary oil, geranium oil, peppermint oil, wintergreen oil, and water. Why did they put soybean oil in it? You know? They had it. They could have just not. Meh. Impatiens. This is where we're pronouncing the plant that attracts mosquitoes. Miss Sharon says beauty berries also make very good pancake syrup and jelly. Impatience. That was the pronunciation. Driven fortitude. I want to get some of that then. Here's a simple way to say it. Impatience. It's often misread as impatience, but I think impatient with a garden twist. Oh, Bowtie says, with 47 rosemary plants on my property, I will be hanging bundles of it everywhere. Marketplace boutique smelling like a cookie sounds nicer than deep woods off. That is also why I don't like using the really heavy the sprays for mosquitoes. I hate smelling like that. I don't like feeling like that, right? Tammy Harder, welcome to the show. We're near the end of our mosquito-repelling Oasis conversation. Okay, so where was that? It was, here we go. Share. Latana. I clicked it. There we go. Apparently that's what it looks like. Best contained in pots if you want to control its spread. Lantana plants can repel mosquitoes. Planted around houses with lots of mosquitoes. The study showed that houses, if you were, okay, that's like the same sentence. It's weedy in tropical climates and can take over an area. It thrives in zones 8 to 11. Yeah, I've never even heard of that plant. So that's that one that Bowtie was talking about. Tammy Harder says, I tried vanilla and lemon balm yesterday, but the mosquitoes still ate me. Yes, I make my own vanilla. Yeah, like I said earlier, it's kind of one of those things where is this just an excuse to plant more plants in a fun space? Do these things actually work? I feel like some of us just have to put a bunch of clothes on and avoid nighttime mosquito areas. And then if you do get bit by a mosquito, depending on what your preference is, like having some kind of relief from it. This is jewelweed, plantain, yarrow, beeswax, and olive oil, and it's for poison oak, ivy, stinging nettle, bug bites. It's an anti-itch healing salve, and this was made by lakotamade.com. They do ship, I don't know how many places. So, and you'll have to figure that out. Trying to type it in the chat correctly. Or you can make your own now that you know the ingredients. Sometimes this does good. It's pink because it has calamine in it, and it's not the best for ingredients, and it's for like rashes, but it seems to kind of help kids from itching continuously. And then this is just a regular hydrocortisone anti-itch situation for once you've been bit. I thought I had a pen, anti-bug itch pen. It must be, I have like kits everywhere of different things, and it's in something somewhere else. Like I just have so many. I have a box and a bag and a thing in my van, and then my backpack has stuff in it, like little chapstick versions, travel size. I wasn't gonna pull everything from everywhere. I'm sorry. Okay, Lantana. They're telling me how to pronounce that flower. All short A's. What happened to Tammy? Oh, this. Yes. Mother Earth Garden Club. Hey. Marketplace Boutique. I have some of that in hanging baskets. No wonder no mosquitoes up here. Yay! Lantana. A fun name for a feisty little flower. Jay says I vote for clothing optional gardening. There's the website lakotamade.com. They have so many cool things there. Miss Sharon says there's a spreading lantana and also a mounding variety. Oh, okay. Tammy says the mosquitoes are terrible right now in my town. My city sprayed them. Yeah, for them tonight. I'm worried about the pollinators. My city does it for sure now because of what's coming up with the holiday. They'll do the front main road and then the alley, and it's just awful. And they go, well, you can contact us and we'll put you on the no spray list. And it's like, you're going 25 miles an hour with that thing and you're going to turn it off for one house and turn it back on. Like the drift of what you've done before and after that, what are we getting here? And yeah, they had the ingredients posted and we're saying that it's not going to hurt anything. Okay, right? Mother Earth Garden Club. I don't know why, but mosquitoes rarely bite me, but gnats, horseflies, and deer flies make up for the lack of mosquito bites. Everything bites me. Oh, that plant can be toxic. If you eat it, I'm guessing is the only way it can be toxic. In given time, they all spread. Marketplace Boutique has a fun fact here. I just rub deodorant on my bites. I don't know, works for me. That's really cool. Depending on what kind of deodorant you have, right? That's a whole nother conversation. And it is today, I wonder, Jay. Today is Canada Day to everyone in Canada. Did you, do you have some kind of, I was gonna say procedure. Tradition might be a better word. Now to celebrate your Canada Day, if you want to talk about it. The whole street then, Bowtie? No spray order is not supposed to come down one's street. So if one house says don't spray me, the whole street then gets taken off the list. Well, I live from a I'm not on a corner, but I can see the corner. So like if that street, are they going to close that one too, right? Oh yeah, says Bowtie. Happy Canada Day. You use the word procedures. Jay's says, Shawnee goes, yes, we have procedures for Canada Day. Marketplace Boutique says Happy Canada Day to our Canadian friends. Bote says that is how it's supposed to be in our neighborhood, but it doesn't work. Oh my goodness, Dave was out at the fireworks. That's one of those procedures that I was referring to. Welcome. We are at the end of our mosquito repelling garden conversation, and if it really is a thing or not. I don't have a poll for you guys. Feel free to write your own. It sounds like Bowtie Life Gardens. Wait a minute. Did you change your channel name? Wasn't it Bowtie Life in the garden? When did this happen? I just noticed it. What are you messing with me? Anybody else see this? Has it always been Bowtie Life Gardens? I'm questioning my life now. What was I even going to say? Oh, I hear that there is a segment being filmed or already filmed about mosquitoes from Bowtie, and it's going to play in the Urban Gardener show. Is it the Saturday show? Somebody put it in the chat what I'm trying to say here. Well, I like Bowtie Life Gardens. Yeah, we had a name glitch where we couldn't figure out who anybody was in the live chats. It was very stressful. So Bowtie says yes, Saturday show, 1 p.m. Central Time. The Urban Gardener, if someone wants to put um the link. Let's see here. I think that did it. Okay, so I had somebody new come in. Outback Tasmania. Make sure you're subscribed to see their homesteading renovation of their backyard. Will they grow a garden or will the wallabies eat it all? Stay tuned. Driving my car and listening to the lovely Boomerang Girl. Yeah, we were talking about mosquitoes. Does Australia not, does Tasmania specifically not have mosquitoes? Because it's just such a different environment there. Bowtie says, yes, it's 1 p.m. Central on Saturday for the Urban Gardener, where Bowtie is going to speak about mosquitoes in some form. Tammy says, I had a bird fly into my picture window during them spraying, trying to fly away from them. They spray when the sun's down here. People in town tried to call to keep them away from their house, but no one answered the phone. So it's a thing everywhere. People are upset about the spraying. The city sprays for mosquitoes thing. 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific are the times for the show that is happening. Okay. Outback Tasmania says, yes, we do, but not that many. Just think of Jurassic Park, but there are many mosquitoes in Jurassic Park. Well, I don't know anything about Jurassic Park, but everyone else probably does. Oh, let's see here. We talked about what's coming up. I said all the things. I showed all the pictures. Here is the information. The Urban Gardener live Saturday and Sunday, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. I don't remember how to say BST. Is it like Basic Standard Time? All right, Driven Fortitude. Thanks for that. Sub to everyone in the chat. That is great. There's a link. If you don't know, the Urban Gardener, a lot of us go there on the weekend. So thanks so much for joining me in the garden today in our conversation. We have weekly gardening live streams and monthly garden tours. I have 11 gardens here in Minnesota Zone 5A. And if you haven't seen any of the tours, go to videos, June garden tour. I do my best to show the plants, not my face. Whether you're planting herbs, lighting candles, or just clearing out hidden water spots, every step brings you closer to a relaxing, mosquito-free oasis. Keep growing, keep creating peaceful spaces, and as always, grow every day in every way. Now, if you enjoy these mosquito repelling garden tips, be sure to check out my live top companion plants to attract predators and pollinators. It's packed with beautiful plants that attract helpful insects, those beneficial predators that we need. One more last time in the chat to see if anyone has anything to say. Fox and Outdoors is at the end. Marketplace Boutique, I put some reflective owls in the big windows, helps with birds. It's cool to hear what everybody does. Outback Tasmania, because the big lizards eat all the mosquitoes. Oh, that is perfect for when we talked about bringing in predators of mosquitoes, birds and things. I didn't put lizards on there. I like that. Oh, British summertime? Is that really the real? Okay. Tammy says thanks. Mother Earth Garden Club, I haven't seen many mosquitoes here this summer, but I come in before sunset. Yeah, right, exactly. That's right, Miss Sharon. Like, share, subscribe, and come back to comment later. The show is going to be Gardening Around the World featuring Wendy from Wendy Land and the Gardening Grant. Two people Jay says, Shawnee grows. One of my Canada Day procedures was to dress as a chicken and ride a recumbent trike to give out treats to villagers. I wondered what you guys were talking about earlier in the chat because I saw, I think, this being referred to. I love it. That is super cool and fun. Good night, Mother Earth Garden Club. Bowtie says, I have a billion lizards on my property and a trillion mosquitoes. I think the lizards are losing. Maybe you have the wrong kind of lizards. Maybe you got to release a new batch of lizards, right? Oh, Bowtie says, I am a witness to the trike. All right, I don't know when I'm going live again because it has to be random after 9:30 p.m. Central Time because of my life, and that's not going to change anytime soon. But I am excited to be getting tier 1 monetization soon when we get those 3,000 watch hours because I have some ideas up my sleeve. Oh, I know, Bowtie. An introduced species, what could go wrong? Could do a whole show on scenarios of what, like, we could just run through chat GPT. What happens if we introduce this species? Tell me about the domino effect and, like, write a story, right? Okay, it was great conversating with everyone. Tasmanian lizards. I should go. Thank you all. You all are awesome. I'll see you all around.